Hello everyone and welcome back to tomorrow's weather today. Today we have two areas of severe weather that I will be talking about. Um, the first one that we will go talking about is on the Nebraska-Kansas border where we do have an enhanced risk, and the other one is the Midwest region from Tennessee all the way up to Illinois, the Chicago area, through Indianapolis and Indiana with a slight risk. This introduced this morning, we have a 10% risk for tornadoes on the border of Nebraska and Kansas and a 5% chance surrounding that, and a 5% chance in the Midwest. Going over to wind, 15% chance for both areas, and then hail. No hail over for the Illinois and Indiana area down to Tennessee, but we do have a 30% chance with significant severe on the Nebraska-Kansas border. Um, Summary: scattered severe thunderstorms capable of producing large hail, damaging winds, and a few tornadoes are expected this afternoon and evening across parts of the Central Plains and the Missouri Valley. Other isolated severe storms, including the possibility of a few tornadoes, are expected across the Midwest and Ohio Valley. Looking over at our fronts, as of right now, you can see Cristobal, the remnants of Tropical Depression Cristobal. It's right there extending with the warm front. But focusing our storms over here is a series of low pressure systems with a cold front. Going over to the HRRR model, we can see we already have convection going up this morning. Some showers. This is 7 hours out, but this is back here at this very point in time. You can see this is back here in Colorado, and then it moves along. We can see stronger storms start to develop by 20Z Central Time, which is 3 p.m. and then 4 p.m. is some stronger storms even going up even more, and then throughout the night a cluster of storms will move through the area, and then some scattered thunderstorms tomorrow morning. Looking at our surface-based cape, we can see here our two. So remember, you can see we have a cold front up top, more north, extended from a low pressure system out in Minnesota, and then we have a cold front from the more southern system. You can see here's one cold front, and then here's the other one. So our low pressure system, actually, it's probably right in here where that curvature is in the little Cape values. Cape is pretty high, upwards of 2 to 3,000 joules per kilogram in this area. Right here is where our tornado threat is maximized. So let's take a quick sounding there. Cape is extremely high at 1500, so it seems to be more outflow dominant because of this dry layer around 600 millibars. There's no cap at all. Shear's not too bad. 0 to 1 isn't great, but 0 to 2 is, or 0 to 3 is looking pretty good. LOCs are a bit high, but we do have a good turning of the winds, as we do have backed winds out of the southeast and then moving up, getting more southern as you move up in the atmosphere. Sounding a little more north, we can see our decapes are still pretty high. Here's that dry layer. But overall, there's good turning of the winds. Shear isn't as great up here. Yeah, you can see all that cape. Looking at the surface-based cap, of course we're going to have cap in the morning, but that diminishes overnight, and then these are coming along um, with the storms. Looking at supercell composite really quickly, there is that heightened area right here, 28. This is contaminated. This is PDS tornado, but there are storms right here, so it's really not valid. Going back to the surface, we can look at our dew points for today. Dew points are going to be in the upper 60s to low 70s. You can see our uh, low pressure system right here, and then our cold front extends downward, and then you have another one up in here. You can see that wind shift. That's where I would put the cold fronts according to the HRRR model for this area. Looking at our upper level support, let's look at our low level jet. Um, it's not really there. You would like to see this on this side. Um, 25 knots isn't great. 35 knots is getting better. Then looking at 500 millibars, yeah, 500 millibar winds are there. 40 knots, yeah, that's pretty good. Getting up to 50 knots um, could be supportive for severe weather. Going over to the Midwest, we can get um, most of our risk zone. Extremely high dew points into the mid to upper 70s, um, and then that cold front starts to slide through. Looking at reflectivity, look at Ohio. That's actually tomorrow. So we have a severe weather threat tomorrow for Ohio, which I think we could see some tornadoes. This risk looks more to be more southern, maybe into Indiana as well. The HRRR really isn't picking up on it over here. Let's see if the 13Z is mostly, yeah. Yeah, we can look at 13Z. Storm's looking better on the 13Z, but we can see that if we take a sounding over here, again, that dry layer with the D cape, very high. Crit angle's 122. You can see that turning of the wind, not bad. Going over to surface-based cape for over here. Yeah, there's enough. There's enough. Cape, if we take one down here where it's 3,000, the cape's at 1,000, so it's getting up there. LCLs and LLCs are good. Relative humidity's high. A lot of shear, 230. A lot of turn. There's not a lot of turning with the winds, but the photograph is looking pretty decent for tornadoes. Um, and the decape's a little high because of this dry layer aloft. Looking at supercell composite really quickly. We can see this area of heightened. There's a lot of shear in this area. T-cape is high at 1100 because of this dry layer. STP values are up there, around 6 at this area. What else am I looking for? Yeah, there's a lot of shear here. Just looking at that photograph. Will there be any cap? No, no cap. I'm seeing sort of a front here. If we take a look, yeah, that's going to be a warm front. Right here. That's a warm front right there, and that's why you have all that capping. And looking at the 500 millibar height winds, yeah, there's enough for severe storms. 50 knots, 850 millibars. Yeah, there's a good low level jet here. So to finish off this video, I think I agree with the SPC. Highest risk is out here, but we do have some sort of a damaging wind and tornado threat out here for the Midwest. But I would stay on high alert if you're in either of these regions, and going up to Minnesota and down to Mississippi and through Ohio. I would also keep an eye out for severe storms. Really quickly, mesoscale analysis, we can get both risk areas. So we can see our two areas of low pressure that we're dealing with, one right here, and then the other one right here. Looking at the RAP, the surface-based cape is already building in. Storms will be going up in Illinois in the next few hours. Downdraft cape is extremely high. See, there's a lot of downdraft cape, which is going to be conducive um, for those downdrafts and outflow boundaries. Current surface observations, we're looking at 60-degree dew point so far, probably rising into the 70s. And we can see that cold front right in here. You can see that 50-degree dew points separated with the 60s and 70s. To the east, supercell composite already going up in these areas that our risk zone is for today. Surface to 1 kilometer shear, yeah, there's plenty of it in both areas. So that is it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe to never and turn on those bell notifications to never miss a new video. I can't wait to be posting more videos because I'm enjoying doing this, and I hope you all subscribe so I can reach my message out to more of you. Thank you all for watching.